I'm gonna go ahead and do a part two for this reading for this reading for y'all. Um, this weekend, this bright light is on right now, and it is like super bright. So okay, hopefully I can still do the reading without that too poorly distracting me. I am gonna do like a second level of clarification. So if you are just joining, I have already uploaded the part one, and it is under the live tab. So please do check that out. So let's see what else Spirit wants us to know that is going on energetically, okay, that we need to pay attention to, okay? It's not everything we really need to pay attention to, right? I think that was a big lesson for everybody in 2023, and all of those things that we're deciding not to pay attention to anymore from 2023 are staying in 2023. Yes, yes. I got that Van Halen song. Oh, tell me why can't this be love? Straight from the heart. Oh, tell me why can't this be love? So you may have been kind of like in a, I don't know, competitive dating situation with somebody and you just didn't know where you stood, okay? And maybe they wanted to be like, well, this is working for me, and you're like, well, not so much. Like, there's too many unknowns here. I'm working way too hard. And if you watch part of the one of the reading, you'll see where the rest of that is at. Okay, I'm gonna try and focus on what else we need to know here. Okay, instead of rehashing the past, right? Because we are now looking ahead. The Ace of Swords. Yeah, you got some truth on the situation, and that is why you started paying attention to yourself more than whatever this kind of thing was. You know, you could call it a situationship. You could call it like, you know what I mean? It's like it was not like a real, like I wouldn't even call it a friendship, to be honest. You know, it was just interactions between people. The star. So somebody knew what they had with you. But again, since that didn't exactly go the way that you felt comfortable with it, collective, you decided to, take that on the road, so to speak. Okay. But kind of like the reading I did the other day where, the Empress showed up in the recent past. It's like, here's the star in the recent past. You are the truth. You are the star. You are the one that's, kind of bringing it, and not the other way around. Like, so all right, clarifying this Five of Wands with the Two of Wands. Yeah, you've made your priorities more clear. Now when you're getting things in, it's like a little less chaotic for you because you did kind of trim the fat off of all this other stuff that was going on that you didn't need to pay attention to, okay? King of Pentacles, yeah, and that is going to like really bring you a lot of, wealth, health, and abundance. And the rest of 2024. Sorry, guys. I'm going to try and change this light because it is just aggravating me like a little way too much. Okay. Actually, hang on here. It's like I want some of the effect of the light, but like not like directly in my face and my eyeballs. Okay. Um, so this King of Pentacles, yeah, you may have had to have a choice, with this King of Pentacles, or you could be this King of Pentacles as well, okay? And you're kind of like, I'm hearing that Solitary Man is the name of the. That's what I am. Bum 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 bum. Solitary man. Dun dun dun. Solitary man. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Um and for some of you, so you may be like, okay, yeah, one more thing competing for my time. Do I have time for it? And you're like, maybe I don't. So for some of you, and if you are a masculine energy, maybe that's one of those things where you're like, maybe that's part of why this, partnership didn't go anywhere, because it was like it was just too much of a change from whatever your regular routine was. Okay. Um, Seven of Swords. Okay. Yeah, so collective, whoever this person was that was around you, okay, they didn't quite recognize what they had, literally. And, once they did, it's kind of like, then they were kind of like kicking their tail between their legs and going home, like, because it's just like, the collective's not going to stand for that. And maybe that's what part of this personal issue is that's reaching resolution. So it's, when people come at you and you're like, you know what? That's fine if you want to be like that. But I'm also okay by myself, obviously. Like you're the one coming to me right now, not the other way around. So, um, you know, like I said, I think it was reading the other day, for the weekend. It was like you're either, like helping or get out of the way, right? And it's like, yeah, don't even like, it's almost like drop your weapons, right? Like, and somebody kind of wants to like act like they're getting away with something, and I feel like this person's looking at them like, who do you think you are? Like, I know exactly what you did. I know exactly who you are. I'm at least in the, transactions that we've had together. So, it's like just because it happened in the past doesn't mean you're going to fall for it in the future. And that's these people picking up their dumb swords. In this case, they are dumb swords. They're not smart swords. They are very much not smart swords. They are very much dumb swords, okay? Because they thought they could pull one over on you, collective. So part of this personal issue here is kind of like somebody thought they could take you in a street fight kind of thing. And it's like, well, actually, I outsmarted you, you know, and that's what happened. They thought they were just going to take you by like brute force or strength or whatever, and you're just like, actually, there's a little more to it than that. And not only that, I got my bag already. Or maybe they thought this is what they were going to get from you. You know what I'm saying? That might have been why they were coming towards you. And that could have been where, it was just like something was warning you that it just wasn't quite right. So this person could have been like a little on the materialistic side. Let's be honest. King of Pentacles is, definitely focused on, their own abundance. They are providers and things of that nature, but it's a it's not as warm a focus, obviously, like as the King of Cups. um anyway, not to get into all of that. So the fool, what a fool believes here at the Tower moments, okay? And you could be like, I feel like somebody's gonna be like saying, I told you so. And let's see what else the collective needs to know. The Five of Cups. Yeah. They're gonna start really feeling left out when they realize that it's not that you didn't already have options, but it's like you may be exercising your options more than you were before. Because like if some people are only like, if I don't see it, it's not happening. And that's a very foolish way to go through life. It's like a flat earther. Okay. Um, that's why denial is so strong, right? people want to deny that there's a problem. Ten of Swords, yeah, and I feel like collective, anytime that that's happened, you've called the bluff, okay, and that's why you've chosen to adjust as needed, okay. So you're not in the position of going towards this Ten of Swords. You're kind of in the position of saying, well, the Ten of Swords doesn't really work for me anymore, so I'm going to be over here. Okay, bye. And like, that's not even like a person to person call. That's going to be like on your voicemail. It, again, oh man. I mean, part of that is like people literally thinking like, oh, well, I'm here, therefore the collective can't do anything else. Like, you don't own me. The collective can go anywhere and do anything. The collective has power to make their own choices, right? Um, you know, obviously based upon your skills and things that you're developing, right? That's all part of this life's journey, okay? And some people have been on the sidelines and have kind of passed, like you passed on your journey already to like somewhere else, and they're still back like, well, how did they even get to this point? And you're like, look, I'm up here at the front of a race now, like I don't have time to explain it to you back there, but you know maybe you can schedule an appointment, contact my secretary, right? Hmm. Yeah. She had a place in his life, right? Nine of Wands. Yeah, the battlefield energy. So anybody that's been on this outside track, on this sideline thing, they're gonna be like showing up being like, well, that kind of like sucked, and like I'm kind of hurt by that, and you're gonna be like, well, I don't know, did you walk a mile in my shoes yet, or is that just your view from the sideline? Okay, right. That's literally the person I was like, oh, you just got done running 26 miles. I feel great. You know what I mean? Like, or oh, I caught a hangnail while I was watching you, right? Like, boo hoo. I'm not saying that everybody doesn't have their own things and whatever, but if it's not kind of like a genuine, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of the opposite of what you're going for, collective. So you're staying away from it, I feel like. Okay. Yeah, King of Swords, you're not afraid to cut anybody out, and you already have this kind of like I was talking in part one, this bubble boundary, okay, with what you're working on. And the King of Swords is very smart and shrewd, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, good communication skills, not afraid to like get into the contracts and say, yes, this is working, that's not. You know what I mean? Whereas the King of Pentacles like might be more like just to blow the whole thing off. Like the King of Swords might like get into the nitty gritty of it more. Okay. So I feel like there's more success here when you use these swords to your advantage, right? That could be part of these adjustments are required, okay? But I feel like, however, it's like the divine is helping you, okay? Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. Wow, 14 on the clock, okay? So I feel like somebody potentially wants to kind of spice things up with you a little bit. So they could be coming towards you. Again, you already understand what it's like when people come towards you with kind of hollow intentions. So you'll be able to spot that right away. But at the same point, like here, don't let pride get in your way. Like, don't, let other people's view of the past prevent you from going towards your future. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying there? Like, there's somebody out there saying like who literally just watched a marathon on TV and is like, oh, that's so hard. Like, don't let that person's impression of a marathon stop you from running a marathon if that's on your goals, okay? Because that's, you're projecting into your own. Yeah, here, look where I just cut that deck at, the Magician. Okay, manifest wisely 2024. Let's go, team. Thank you for enjoying this part 2. If you did enjoy it, please drop me a like. Click. It's 100% free. 100% free. And also, please subscribe. So, if you'd like to share any thoughts, of course, you can drop a comment below. And I do have my PayPal link on there that if you send your email and a donation that reflects like what my Etsy shop has, then we can get you a rating, okay? Because then I could email it to, I could email you the private link to your email, okay? Which is like doing a reading here on YouTube. I just don't have the video set as public. It's a private link, okay? So that's how that works in case you're interested in getting a reading for 2024. But else, please enjoy the free content and please manifest wisely. Bye bye.